Hello, welcome to Quest for Thunder. I'm Mark. My wife Jean and I are refitting our 1983 Pearson 422, and we're glad you've joined us. If this is your first time visiting Quest for Thunder, please consider subscribing and clicking the notification bell so that you'll receive notification when we upload new content. Lots of stuff coming up, lots of new video and content on the way, so we're glad you're here. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them in the comments section below. We reach out to every commenter. We try to answer every single comment. So again, we're glad you're here. Welcome to Quest for Thunder, and enjoy the video. Thank you. We have both sides cut and fitted. There's this side, and over here I've fitted this. I took it out. I've got to sand it. It's right here. I've got to sand it down and then prime it. So I'm going to start with this one. I had to do a little bit of sanding in here because I had already put some filler down, and I needed to sand the sides and the bottom so that it would be smooth for when I put paint on it. And I still need to sand a little bit more. So anyway, that's where we're at. I'll put the wood back in there and adhere it on both sides, get it painted, and then we'll be done with the middle part of the cabinets. Still have to do the outside cabinet there and the two cabinets over here on the exterior, plus the ones below. So still a lot to do. Slow going, but it's going. All the boards are now cut for the back of these cabinets. Here they are. Let's see. And as of right now, they have 2 coats of primer on the back sides. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this primer dry, and then I'm going to install them into their respective cabinets. And I'm going to use this Gorilla heavy duty construction adhesive. Fix them in position against the bulkheads back there. Then after I get them in place, I will go back and prime the fronts of them. I don't want to do the fronts before I put them in place because I gotta wiggle them and wriggle them in there to get them to fit in there nice and tight. And I don't want to nick up any paint that I might put on the front. The back's not that big a deal. A couple of coats there, so I think it'll be all right. But I don't want to do that to the front. And then once I get them in, I'll prime them in the front. I'll silicone the edges and get them ready for painting. I've already sanded them down, so they're all the fronts are all sanded, ready to go. So I'll prime them, a couple, 3 coats maybe of primer, and then after that I'll put the final coat, which we're going to use an oil-based acrylic, which is the same as the paint that we used on the nav station rebuild. Nice hard paint. Once it's cured, it cures really hard. Easy to clean and resist scuffing and all that. These are going to be these cubbies that I'm working on are going to be open, so they'll be able to be seen from inside the cabin. So I want them to look nice, but also want them to be functional. So that's the name of that tune. Alright, I've installed the panels in the back to cover up the raw fiberglass. There's 2 there in this cubby. And then there are 2 more over here in this cubby. So once the adhesive is dry and they're in there securely, I'll get in there and clean them up one more time, maybe hit them with a little bit more sandpaper, especially where there might be like in this particular case, you can see there was a seam there because I had to cut a seam there to get that in. And then we'll get some primer on them and we'll get them painted. The whole inside of the container, the whole inside, we'll paint the whole thing, bottom, top, sides, everything. And that'll be another project satisfactorily completed. Look, I got some help today. Somebody special showed up and is helping me out. Right now she's taking some methyl ethyl ketone, and she's applying it to surfaces that she prepped inside that cubby in order to prime and paint. So we're going to prime and paint this cubby that she's working on right here, just like we did to this one here. Same thing. So she's doing that in there. Say hey, Jane.
Hey.
Is that helping? That
A little better. I still smell it though.